One more very deep and very important question in this situation, because last year when we discussed like that, we thought this corona is going to settle in 1 year, but still we have somehow. And again, the new type of virus has come. And I know so many yoga teachers suffering, maybe in Rishikesh also, because there's no student here. Also in Japan, always studio is empty. So maybe so many yoga teachers thinking how to manage their feeling inside their own mind. And I'd like to know how the yoga is work for this mental suffering.
Yeah, this is really difficult, and
Yeah,
actually this is something we need to practice. We need to look into yoga, not always in the sense of teaching others, but to experience those benefits of yoga within themselves. As far as the work is concerned, definitely it is opening new ways, like online.
Yes.
People are changing their thinking, and it has also brought lot of great things. That what you need is just a room, and
Yes.
you do your practice, and then you teach at the same time. There's making. Also, it definitely cannot take place of coming in person and enjoying and living in an environment where you have these courses and practices in a live situation. So both the things are having its own benefit and its own disadvantage. And of course, the fear, the tension, this is a time where this fear or this tension is coming up, and it is a good time to face it because we have time for it. At other times when we are very busy with our lives, we don't see that fear. But when we have time for it, let's make use of this time. And any kind of fear, if we face it, if we go through it, it is nothing. So with the practices itself, we can definitely go through it and enjoy this process further, because it's very liberating. It gives a lot of freedom.
I guess the biggest fear is how to face the fear, because so many people is always keep running away from their own fear. So I don't know how does the yoga practice work for that. Like, for example, when we are practicing asana, we are never thinking about our fear. We just try to focus our body or breathing or something. How does it work?
It definitely works like that. So when you are focusing on the body, and when you are breathing with this movement, and whatever the tension is there in the body, it is expressed. It is expressed in many different ways. Sometimes you will have emotions, and people start to cry. At that time, what is important that you do not block this process. We go through that process, and if we can do that, after that it's very liberating. It gives a lot of freedom. So this is the way these practices are already helping, and at that time we should not block or run away. But if we stay with it, and if you acknowledge it, it will bring self-awareness. And only acknowledge and face is done. Nothing else to be needed.
So how to liberate from fears? What we have to do is only observing
and going through the process of it. Like, for example, you are having some tension, some fear about the future.
Yes.
The tension will come in the body.
Yes.
Okay. What you can do is to stay with the body and those sensations, because nothing is going to stay forever. So whatever tension we see in the body, if we stay with it, if we face it, if we spend time and let the breathing settle by itself,
Yes.
after that it's gone.
Yeah. For example, in asana, when we are doing some difficult asana, the tension is always coming to our body itself.
Yeah.
And after some time, when we will be very stable, the relaxation is coming to our body. That time also mental fluctuation is going
Of
together.
course. Yes.
So we can liberate only by the asana also.
Not only. What is important is the breathing,
Yes.
movement, and relaxation. 3 things together. Like in body it is happening, you are breathing and you are relaxed. So that will release the tension.
That's good. That's good. Can I go one more
Yeah.
thing? So it's just my personal observation, but in this time we see so many people getting suffering. I think for make them release bhakti yoga is very workful,
Yeah.
because once we have something to believe, we will feel more safe, we are protected. But so many people doesn't want to have any religion, don't trust to God. For them, how to bring the idea of bhakti in their life?
I think the music.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Music is easiest because in bhakti you are operating from your heart.
Yes.
Okay? And when you are listening to the music, you operate from the heart. Because mind is not working there. Suppose you are playing flute.
Yes.
The mind does not understand anything about it, but your heart feels peaceful. So music, so any kind of chantings, any kind of mantras, and all kinds of sitar, flute, all these musical instruments and mantras, sounds actually. If we can bring them, this will automatically open that space. And if they have to find a way towards Krishna, towards Shiva, okay. And if not, also okay. But this is one way to bring bhakti. Because when you are with this music, your thinking mind will stop. And this is what we are saying earlier, that the thinking mind has to come into the non-functional mode for some time every day. And music does this to us. When we are able to do that, we feel more open, we feel more connected. And that's the purpose of bhakti, to connect, to feel that compassion and love for the self and others.
So it doesn't have to be any religious thing.
Not necessary.
So object, they can decide whatever they like, or is it?
Yeah, it will come automatically. If you initially just expose to the sound, music, mantras, bhajans, kirtans, and if they have something, if it works for them, they will find themselves. You don't need to do anything.
Okay, just let it come.
Yeah, they will explore by themselves.
Thank you very much.
Okay?
I think it is enough.
Enough?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.